Oh, my God.
And they're coming for Obergefell next.
Yes, they are, because that's the most recent decision. Absolutely.
The important thing, Chris, is the leak, according to Ted Cruz.
It is difficult to overstate just how destructive this is to the court. It's the most serious breach in the history of our nation, and the court depends on trust to be able to deliberate and decide. And this partisan activist who's going to be caught, who will be fired, who will be disbarred, and I hope who will be criminally prosecuted,
And you'll
decided to destroy the court instead.
No.
Are we talking about Mitch McConnell? Oh, I'm sorry.
Samuel
You're talking
Alito.
about, and then when it's discovered to be a conservative, you'll feel the same way? No. Yes, Travis.
Oh, another significant breach was
Yes.
of the Capitol on January 6th.
Yes, that was a significant
breach.
Okay. We've got left-wing groups now that have published the addresses of justices. The intent of this clerk was to bully and threaten and intimidate the justices to changing their votes. And I got to say, this week it was shameful that the White House refused to condemn violent protesters threatening the families of the Supreme Court. It is disgraceful. And Joe Biden used to be chairman of the Judiciary Committee. Joe Biden knows it's disgraceful. He's literally threatening the lives of these justices by the mob they're unleashing. It's the same thing we saw with Black Lives Matter and Antifa riots, where the left embraced them, and now they're embracing mob violence to get their partisan out.
Oh, you mean the George Floyd protests that were hugely peaceful all around the world? And I see. But as you said, not the January 6th, which was violent.
No, that was Antifa, but with the FBI, and it was peaceful.
Who was that chucklehead anchor that was agreeing with everything he was saying?
Take a wild guess.
It was
I have no idea.
Wasn't it?
Maria
Bartiromo.
Oh, Maria Bartiromo.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay.
I'm Maria Bartiromo.
She's a chucklehead.
Hello. I'm Booby McBooberson from Boobtown.
Yes.
Okay.
Her rack's bigger than yours, though.
What? Just
That it is.
Okay, so, and did anyone ask him about Christine Blasey Ford having to move 4 times? Or George Tiller being shot to death in church, or any of the abortion providers that have been killed?
And what's the violence happening?
There was no violence. There was a protest for 20 minutes outside of
There was wine and cheese served by the neighbors.
Okay.
Okay.
Just making sure.
Light hors
Speaking of
d'oeuvres.
January 6th, Ashley writes, hello, radio heroes. I have always been part of the Happy Clappy Party. I believe there is an undercurrent of positivity in this country that flows unseen or unspoken because it is not dramatic or frightening. Your show reminds me I am not alone. You all inject my spirits with just the perfect amount of information, optimism, and flatulence. Please reach out to any of your Hollywood producer types, Rob Reiner perhaps, and have them contact Benny Thompson or any J6 member to allow a professional television producer to present the hearings that are starting in June. These hearings need to be captivating and informative. America and the world needs to be drawn in with daily highlights, recaps, musical themes, dramatic camera work.
Numbers?
No.
Like musical numbers?
I don't know if we musical numbers, but P.S. I'm a Patreon member. I watched all your virtual shows. Sooner or later, I get around to buying almost everything you advertise. Well, not everything. And ironically, I have the fart machine number 2 as well. I love farts. Oh,
Your
I have
batteries
fart
are
machine
probably
too.
out.
No, it's good. They're good.
Are the batteries good?
They're
Should be
good.
still.
No,
Darn.
she sent me a picture of she owns everything that I sell, including I don't sell this. This is wait a minute. Hang on.
It's in there somewhere.
Oh no, there's a remote.
There's a remote. Yeah.
Where's the remote?
The remote's over there.
Yourselves. There you go. See, my batteries are fine.
Well, then,
Oh, that's a good one.
That was a good one.
That was like a Carney Wilson.
That was Carney
one.
Wilson's
Yeah,
toboggan.
That was a Carney Wilson.
That's the one she named
yeah.
toboggan.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, that's a nice little twist at the end. Okay. All right, thank you, Ashley.
a little something came out.
You know some something came out on that one. You know some Hollywood producer friends. Well, listen, you're in charge because Mommy will be on vacation having a little refresher Christmas nap.
I didn't say anything
I will be
about
indisposed for a couple weeks, but June 9th.
You don't need a nap.
I'm getting a nap June 9th. And
not
Jody
need a
Hamilton
nap.
will be
It's a
here
little soon.
hosting for me.
Maybe Jody knows someone who can make some sketches up for them to do
Yes.
when they do these presentations and these hearings.
Some skits.
Sketches.
Do some skits.
We're
Professional.
professionals. They're sketches.
Have your mom do some
Do
skits.
some skits.
Okay. All right. Can we return to January 6th for a moment?
Sure.
Leaders of the far-right Oath Keepers group have been handing over their phones and digital files and doing interviews with the FBI, detailing how they worked to help Trump in his efforts to overturn the election. I agree with Eric Holder, His Excellency, as we call him.
His Highness.
Yes.
He loved it when you called him that.
Yes.
He giggled.
I don't see how they don't indict Donald
agree.
Trump. I mean, they're going to, first of all, get the guy with
One good eye.
who's the head of the Oath Keepers. And it's like the dumbest Murder, She Wrote plot ever, right? Just like, of course it goes to that guy at the top is the one that
Well, Angela says there is a file that says stuff we crimed on.
it's illegal. We did.
Yeah.
That's what the file says.
Yep.
Okay. 18 national media outlets led by CNN are asking a court to make public secret court filings in former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows' lawsuit against the House Select Committee. This is all going to come out at some point.
Yes.
Right? Yes.
I also feel like we need to be careful about those things because there's a reason why those things are under seal right now. The same as like the New York Times leak about us giving intel to Ukraine.
Right.
There are certain things that
Yes.
just
I like that
don't need
Joe
to be out
Biden
there.
said Ipsname with the Ixnay with it. Ukraine.
Well, and it sounds like Meadows is a target.
yeah.
Right.
Now.
Oh, that-
Yes, I said that when
Yeah.
when we
He's
first
target.
heard all this. I'm like, good. If our intel helped kill Russian generals and sink that ship, good. But just shut up about it.
Yeah, don't talk.
Very carefully. Put the candle back.
There's a reason why certain
Very
things.
carefully. Put the candle back.
Just watched that movie the other night.
Isn't it fantastic?
It's a fantastic film.
And his face is mushed in a bookcase.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Can I just say yay for hackers? Yay for
Yeah.
Russian
Oh,
hackers
this
in
was-
particular?
yeah, this Oh, was
yeah, that was
Russian
brilliant.
TV viewers looking to watch Putin's speech on Victory Day, which is a celebration of the anniversary of Nazi Germany surrendering to the Allies in 1945, were greeted with an anti-war message. It read, "On your hands is the blood of thousands of Ukrainians and their hundreds of murdered children. TV and the authorities are lying. No to war."
That was
Yay
brilliant.
for hackers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Putin used his country's biggest patriotic holiday to, you see the creepy military
Yeah.
parade?
Yeah.
Okay. To justify his signal where the conflict is headed, he oversaw the Victory Day parade in Moscow's Red Square. Putin said their danger was rising by the day. Russia was given has given a preemptive response to aggression. No.
Computer says no.
It was forced, timely, and the only correct decision.
No.
He can't even sell that there, I don't
No.
think,
No.
right?
It's getting more difficult.
Putin falsely portrayed the fighting as a battle against Nazism, thereby linking the war to what many Russians regard as their finest hour, the triumph over Nazi Germany. No, this is the opposite. He also sought to depict the offensive underway for control of Donbass as a fight for Ukraine's own 1,000-year history. In Warsaw, anti-war protesters splattered Russia's ambassador to Poland with what appeared to be red paint. Jody, I don't know where this is going, but he is obviously losing. And, okay, that's where I guess it gets more dangerous. But
Yes.
could we please send some more love and light to our friend Malcolm Nance, who
Yes.
is over there fighting with the Ukrainian forces in the American, Foreign Legion? Sorry, I always say it wrong. Okay.
I have been in touch with him and he is doing well.
Oh, good.
Okay, good.
He is safe.
Good. Okay. By the way, speaking of propaganda and upside down world, Steve Bannon said yesterday that Mark Esper is guilty of treason.
Huh?
So, Steve Bannon, who is a traitor, said that Mark Esper is guilty of treason after he admitted in his new book that he took measures against Donald Trump in the final days of his presidency. Okay, so this is the part where Esper said he stopped worse things
Right.
from
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Right. Bannon said Esper lays out the coup. See what he does there? Like he was guilty of a coup against Trump, who was in the middle of a coup against the United States. Okay. I don't know if you're keeping track. But he said Esper lays out the coup, and he lays out the guilt of he and General Mark Milley. And we're going to have an investigation of this, sir. I hope and believe you will go to prison because you belong in prison. This is what coup plotters do.
What?
You're guilty of treason. You're guilty of treason in your own words. Show me anywhere you had the authority to. Okay, so
Show me
trying
on
to
the doll.
stop Trump from
God.
enacting a coup with the military
Right.
is in itself a coup against the aforementioned coup plotter.
My head hurts.
I do, yes. Kevin in D.C., you're on with Jody. Hello.
Good morning, everybody. And Jody, did you make a Newzoo review reference earlier?
Yes.
Women who speak fluent nerd are so sexy. Awesome.
You're easy.
All right, nerds.
But let me say quickly, wouldn't it be great if the one topic issue of abortion that Republicans used in the past to upend things, bite and kick them in the ass, because according to vote.org, there was a huge, just like ridiculous surge in women registering to vote right after the leak was made. So hopefully poetic justice will be served.
If you thought the Women's March, if you thought those sea hats were a lot, you just wait and see what's coming in November.